Okay, all right, okay. So many of you have asked me to talk about this today, so might as well. Did Google just leak the real Pixel 3 XL? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore, honestly. I don't know.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Of course, show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is the Apple event, and honestly, I'm excited because I feel like I'm going insane, and I just can't wait to talk about anything that's not the Pixel 3. Okay, so story numero uno. Speaking of Apple and the Apple event, they're doing something tomorrow that they've never done before. There's always been just a few different ways for you to be able to watch Apple's live streams of their biggest events of the year, and tomorrow they're going to add Twitter to that list of things that you could do to watch the live stream. Apple has always tried to keep their streams on their own website, so it's rather interesting that they're going to try Twitter tomorrow, and you can bet your ass that some money was exchanged somewhere. So there you go. Hopefully all goes well. From what I've seen before, anytime Apple tries something new with their live streams, the streams like barely work. Like they're held together by some luck and chewed up bubblegum. Hopefully it works on Twitter tomorrow. Where are you going to watch the event? Either way, as expected, we'll cover everything tomorrow after the event. If you're too lazy to sit there for 2 or 3 hours, however long Tim talks for. Speaking of Twitter, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy S10 and Techno Buffalo. It'll make sense. Hang on. So I was scrolling through Twitter today, as I do, and I stumbled upon this tweet from John Rettinger. He said, "Pretty juicy Samsung exclusive coming later today regarding the S10 and all the different variants." Eyes emoji. And as you can tell by my reply, I thought that was fairly convenient timing. So when it dropped, I went ahead and watched Techno Buffalo's tech news show, The Lowdown. And yep, they talked about the Galaxy S10 and mentioned their exclusive. At first, it was just kind of like talking about the rumors that we already knew about, like the code names for the devices, how many devices is going to be. But shuffled in with all the rumors that we've already talked about was their quote-unquote exclusive. It seems like they got details on the cameras of their device, but that was not the most interesting quote-unquote exclusive. They then went on to say that according to their source, the Galaxy S10 devices may or may not come with an in-display fingerprint sensor. We have mentioned on multiple episodes from Page Tech that Samsung was planning on putting an in-display fingerprint sensor in the phone, but according to Techno Buffalo, no, that's not going to happen. Maybe, probably will happen. They don't know. That's the exclusive. They don't know. Basically, Robert, the host of The Lowdown, said that according to their source, Samsung is working on getting the in-display fingerprint scanner in the device. It just may or may not be ready by the time the phone rolls out. Listen, here's the thing. We in Techno Buffalo, we are totally cool. In fact, John Rettinger and I, we talk almost every week at this point. So we love Techno Buffalo. I just think we have different definitions of juicy Samsung exclusive. I don't think we learned anything new here. I put this in the show because I thought we were going to get a crazy news story. We didn't. Okay, let's talk about the thing. Let's talk about Pixel 3 XL again. I feel like a cloud is following me and I just can't get away from it. You boys were in the news again this week. It's only Tuesday and we've already had a few more articles written about us. That's fine. Half the motherfuckers can't get my name right or any of the details, but we were featured in a BGR article today again, and so there was something interesting in the article. Now, I'm talking about this because so many of you have emailed me, have tweeted me this exact thing that's in the BGR article because you saw it last night sometime. So you wanted to bring it to my attention. You did that. You got it. You got my attention. Essentially, as you can see, BGR pretty much just recapped what happened last week, got everyone caught up. They even included our show from last Friday where we went after the media, but then towards the bottom of the article, they mentioned a leak that came from /leaks. Now, there were a few images from these leaks, and it's essentially from a new Pixelbook ad. As we mentioned yesterday, Google's probably giving us 1 or 2 Pixelbooks in October, but in the ad specifically where Google talks about Google devices working together, there's the thing there. There's the thing. Okay, Brian, zoom into the thing. Enhance. As you can see on this table are a few Google products. There's a Pixelbook, a Google Home Mini, and this, a phone. The issue is this Google product we have not seen before. There is a very slim top bezel, like a Samsung-esque top bezel, and then no chin. Now, this article was actually the first time I saw this, is what everyone was tweeting to me last night. It pretty much covers the story pretty well. But listen, in the end, we still have unanswered questions. Like, if you look closely at that screen cap, right, you look at that device, things look a little bit off, like it looks like something was added in post-production. But to that, I want to say, of course, like literally every phone that you see in a commercial or any sort of promotional piece, usually the display is added in post-production. I'm just wondering why it was that display. This isn't the first time Google did something f***y in one of their ads either, like this one from Google UK, a verified YouTube account. This was posted in June. This was essentially an ad for the Google Assistant, but that is not a phone we've seen. In fact, that phone in this ad looks a lot like the phone that's shown in Android settings. Listen, at this point, I just want your opinions. I feel like I'm going insane. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. I am afraid to say anything because I don't want the media to run off with it and be like, John Prosser said there's a Pixel Ultra. No, didn't.
You're goddamn right.
Here's the thing, right? It's not unheard of for a company to use concept devices in any of their ads. I'm pretty sure we just saw something similar with Sprint. Like, they showed an iPhone that didn't have a notch, and everyone was like, what? Is that a notchless iPhone? No, Sprint was just stupid, and they made a concept device. That's different. But that's Sprint, right? Sprint doesn't make phones. My issue here is, even if this is just a concept device and it's just a post-production thing, it's just for the sake of a commercial, it's really fucking stupid for Google to do. Why would they do that? Why would they advertise any other phone that is not theirs, especially a phone that we have never seen before? That's a really stupid move by Google, especially when they're like, look how Google devices work so well together in that Pixel book ad, and then they show that. Obviously not a Pixel phone that we've seen yet. It just seems really, really stupid. They either did this on accident, which I highly, highly doubt. This is a phone that we should be paying attention to, or it's not real at all, and Google did this on purpose just to make me do this. Obviously, Google is not targeting me specifically, but I feel like they're putting little nuggets out there. Like, I feel like they enjoy this. They're very entertained by this. In fact, I have a source that has told me that internally, Google is very entertained by what's going on here. So whether this is real or not, Google, I hope you're having fun, because I feel like I'm going insane. My brain is just mush. I got nothing left. Apple, please have your event tomorrow so I can talk about an iPhone or something. Please, Jesus. Okay, hang on. I'm not done yet. Before you leave and before you go, well, John, it's just for a commercial. Google just did it for a commercial. What's the big deal? I get it. Like I said, that is a possibility. But imagine if this wasn't Google. Imagine if this was Samsung. Or imagine if this was Apple. If Apple put out, right, if they put out a commercial featuring a MacBook, and they were like, look how well continuity works. Like, look how well our ecosystem works together. You got a laptop and you got a phone, but the phone that they featured in the ad looked nothing like the iPhone 10. Wouldn't you have some questions? How come when Apple does something like that, or if Apple did something like that, we'd all freak out, it'd be in the news everywhere, but when Google does it, we just write it off. Okay, now I'm done. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face now, go ahead, hit that dislike button. That button is for you. And subscribe if you're new here. Do that thing. See you tomorrow.